Welcome to WHEAT News. It's 5 p.m. Are your animals fed? Welcome to WHEAT News, your source for all the latest and greatest news and information for the best mobile farming game ever, Hayday. My name is Kat Fielding, and I'm here to bring you the latest information from inside of the game. We started this week's broadcast with the upcoming event schedule, so let's take a look. So, we start off the week Monday through Thursday with a town visitor diamond event. So get those townies fully served because you are going to want to serve as many as possible to hit those thresholds and get those diamonds. And then on Friday through Sunday, you guys asked for it, 3 times coins on trucks. So we've been having a lot of XP events lately, and I know that there's been a bunch of complaints within the game, and I guess Hayday finally heard all of you guys because we got the triple coins. So get those products being made, get yourself prepared for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Make sure you check out Gizmo's channel tomorrow because she will be posting a video on the best items to make to sell on those trucks for those triple coins. So make sure you keep an eye out for that video. In our next segment, Gizmo sits down with Shirley to talk about how she runs her farms. It is a wonderful conversation, and I hope you will all take the time to listen. From what you do, basically from when you wake up in the morning, and get on your farm until you go to sleep. I want to compare everybody's different play styles because, even though we all kind of do the same thing, we all do them pretty differently.
Right. And, life has a way of every day is different.
Yes. Right. So you are correct. Not every day is going to be the exact same, but basically kind of give me an idea of if it was a typical day, what you would do on your farm.
We're talking just one farm, right?
Yeah, I know you have multiple farms, so if you...
I got 4.
You have 4 now? I love it. Is that all my fault?
What? It's all your fault.
I thought so.
It's all your fault. I did like everybody else. See, I got the little one. It ain't even 20 yet, and I just do syrup, sugar, cheese, and bread.
Okay.
On the little one.
Yep. So if you do the other farms on a daily basis, you can include those too. Basically, just give me an idea of what it is that you do.
It's the same routine unless, there's an event.
Okay.
Because if there's an event, I either use Roscoe or Tux.
Okay.
But pretty much, it's the same thing.
Okay.
I usually get up around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because, my mother lives with me because she has Alzheimer's.
Yep.
And so we pretty much, a lot of times we go to bed early. So I'm up, which is good for me because she sleeps late. And then I can just play, and I just do basic routines in the mornings.
Okay.
Collect the crops. I try to do long-term crops at night. Collect the crops. And then I do that first. I just have my little routine.
Okay.
And then I feed my animals. And I used to tell you all the time I hated Rose. Now I can't live without Rose.
Ah.
So yes, that's your fault too.
Okay.
So I don't have to worry about none of that. I keep Rose and Ernest at all times.
Okay.
I don't always keep Tom at all times. But, if there's an event going on or something special going on, I keep Tom.
Okay.
But usually on whichever farm I'm using, like last week with the boats, I had him on Roscoe.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
And when we do trucks, I have him on Tux. Truck or Tux.
Yep.
And But anyway, so then I come around and I do the boat, check to see what I have to do with the boat. Then the fishing area. Then I check the that dumb wheel of fortune.
I love
And
it.
of course, if it's trucks, I'm constantly sending trucks
Yep.
or boats or whatever if it's an event. Or if it's the derby, because I usually have 2 to 3 in the derby.
Right.
Unless there is an event, then I only have like 1, because I can't. It just the event more important to me than the derby. But anyway,
Sure.
on my main farm, I don't think I like about 10 of the things to have all my animals. So I don't, I really, usually I get my puzzle pieces from the boat
Okay.
on that farm. The other farms I do the derby, try to, but anyway, some weeks it's just, too much to do derby on all 3.
Oh, sure.
Because of the situation I live in.
Right.
But then after I do the spin the wheel and collect my mail, I do the town. I constantly checking the daily dirt, or I check and see if my friends need help in the hood, or I do, check the friends bar to see if anybody needs help to get the mail,
Yep.
because you never know what you might get a tractor in the mail.
And we know I
Which I've
love
never-
those tractors.
I tell you what, my main farm, it's 110. It does not have tractor 1.
Woo! I mean, darn.
Yep. Yeah. And whenever, let's see, Roscoe has one that come out of the mail.
Okay.
Tux doesn't have one. I mean, it's not a real big important. It's not important enough for me to pay money for, I tell you.
Sure.
But anyway, and I depending on what kind of derby we have, how you stack.
Yep.
And like if, like last week when I was using Roscoe with the boats, I used Maine for doing long-term crops and stuff in the machines,
Yep. And that's very
because
smart.
I would just go back over, and it's because, if you rushing boats, you got to be there rushing boats on that same farm.
Yeah.
And the same thing if you do a trucks, if it's a truck event, I do it with tucks. So the other farms I try to stack long-term things, unless I got one of them in a derby, and then I stack
Yep.
for the derby. I'm trying to learn from Phoebe how to stack from the derby.
Very smart.
But then, usually, by that time, I do one farm at a time, of course. I do have multiple devices, and I have 2 farms on each, I have 2 devices. I have 2 farms on each device. So, but anyway, then Mama gets up and we have that little routine, and then it's usually after lunch before I get back on, unless, there's an event going on or a derby,
Sure.
because I can adjust my schedule. But anyway, same thing. Just check and make sure everything's running. Crops are got, and then at night after she goes to bed, we usually take a nap after lunch. To tell you the truth.
I love taking
If we
naps.
didn't, I
That's
probably.
nothing wrong with that.
Oh no! And then at night we do the same thing. Just long-term crops, stacking up for the derby for the next day, or the event or whatever. And
hmm
just I try to check the fishing area a couple times a day. I don't always fish, but I try to make sure I have plenty of stuff.
Right.
Because as well as know, a lot of the events has for lobster tail and feathers.
Yep.
So, and then of course I do trade some.
Yep. That's
Not a
smart.
lot, but I do trade some.
Yep.
And I think everybody has certain ones that they trade with a lot more than do the others.
Right.
So, but pretty much, on days that I really don't feel good, I can play more, play less. Just depends on how things go with her.
Yep, I understand. So with your machines, when you fill your machines, do you focus on, when you fill them, are you focusing based on that derby for the week, or do you focus on what you're low on, or a little of both?
A little, like I said, normally I don't have but 2 of my farms in the derby.
Okay.
So whichever farm I don't have the derby in, I do long term.
Okay.
Or stuff for the derby for the other 2. It's kind of, I use it. I know sometimes I use my main farm as a backup farm, but that's all right too, because,
Sure.
But, and then my little farm, I always use it for the same, the basics.
Right.
So I honestly don't check it as often as I do the others, because, I know I got it going with the sugar and the bread and syrup.
Oh, you love saying that word.
I do, and now you know how to pronounce it. It's syrup.
Well, I think I'm still gonna say syrup, but we'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
There you go.
But I do love it. I do love it.
So now I have a question for you.
Okay.
Are you excited about going to Finland?
I'm super excited about going to Finland. I cannot wait.
I hope you all enjoyed that candid conversation with Shirley. Make sure you tune in next time while I will have another candid farming conversation with another awesome hayday farmer. I would like to end this week's Wheat News with a special happy birthday to our favorite mobile farming game, Hayday. Hayday turns 7 on Friday, June 21st. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hayday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Hayday. Here's to another 7 years.
It's hayday, it's hayday, it's hayday, so come and play.